Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Sarah James and this is Abundant Possibilities, and today I'm going to be reading day 21 from the book of Knowing and Worth. And I have my lovely fireplace going. It's so beautiful here. I feel like I'm in a snow globe right now. I'm in Snowmass, Colorado, which is just such a beautiful, just God-given beautiful place on this earth, and I feel so lucky to be here. This is just amazing. And I was thinking earlier just how blessed I am to be in this spot and have this space to come to and have a little staycation. I asked my fiance if I can just have a little alone time that I needed after a couple busy weeks of getting some trees made and just kind of, I just needed a break. So this feels lovely. I wasn't necessarily prepared to do a video, so I don't have the microphone, so the sound might be a little off, but I'm gonna read louder just to make sure that you hear it, and I apologize if it comes in a little bit lower. But I just wanna say thank you, welcome to my channel. It means the world to me that you would stop by. I am so blessed to be here. I feel so grateful every day. And these books have just been something that has helped me along my journey. So I feel called to share them with everybody that I can. And I'm reading day 21, and let's see what the guides have to share with us tonight. And hope you enjoy the fireplace in the background. Okay, day 21. We ask each of you to decide something now, to pray for yourselves to be in honesty, to align to your own honesty in all ways in your life. When you lie, you are defending something. When you are defending something, you are afraid. When you are not honest, you are out of alignment with your worth. You must ask yourself these things. Why must I protect myself from the opinions of others? Why do I care what they think? Why do I claim my power in ways that may not be true, so I may be perceived as one that I am not? You all believe yourselves to be so small still that you create structures to elevate yourselves. And the higher you climb on this structure without any real foundation, the higher your regard is for what could happen to you if you fail. We will tell you one thing. When you build a foundation and manifestation in your own divine worth, you are on solid ground. You have a foundation which will hold you in all circumstances. You have a rock, if you wish, of safety and a place to stand in your own worth regardless of what happens around you. When you are frightened of others, you are frightened of yourself. Yeah, so I'm going to read that again. When you are frightened of others, you are frightened of yourself, and you believe yourself to be in jeopardy. When you believe yourself in jeopardy, you create a structure to defend the self, and the defenses you have used up until now have created much commodity. So we are offering you the new option of rising in frequency to a level of awareness where those structures are no longer required. This is world work, yes, but it happens in the individual. And as the individual claims his safety on bedrock, in a knowledge of his self-worth and the worth of the ones before him, the alignment on this plane begins to transform. When you invest in fear, you claim fear. That is the account you hold. When you invest money in a bank, you take your own money out with interest, and the same is true with fear. When you invest in worth, you build in worth, and that is what you stand upon. Now, when you are frightened of yourself, you make decisions born in fear, and as we have expressed earlier, every choice you make in fear calls to you more fear. And every time you call more fear to you, you create the need to defend, to lie, or to cheat. The man who knows he has what he needs does not pick the pocket of the one beside him. The one who knows the worth of his song does not try to imitate the one beside her. She knows the song herself, and she is pleased with the sound of her voice. The one who claims his wisdom as a knowing has no need to be proven right, because he already knows. Do you understand what we are teaching you now? As you move into your own claim, I am worthy of what I say I am. Your claim is manifested before you. When you are in your worth, you speak the truth. There is no need not to. Now, demeaning others to be what you want them to be is born in fear. Let me start that again, because that's not the right word. Now, demanding others to be who you want them to be is born in fear. The need to control, the need to decide for another. When you release that need and all move into their rightful place, their own ability to choose, the world begins to rebalance. As one who knows himself worthy of his choices, he knows the next man must be as well, regardless of what he presents before him. Now, what is your obligation to your fellows if you are not the one controlling them? When you are a teacher, you are empowering others to learn so that they may do their own work. When you are picking flowers and putting them in a vase for others to smell and share, you are allowing others to benefit from your choice to do this. When you are the word, in many ways, you are both the teacher and the fragrance of the flower that emits from you. If you can imagine right away that there is a level of conversation happening between us and you, the reader, beyond anything you know in your conscious mind, you can understand that communication can bypass the limited ways you have understood it. As you are manifested, I am word, you have claimed authority, dominion, and created the vortex for your own energy field to spin and to heal and to say yes, 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 yes to each one who is before you to realign them in their own regard. And this is done without language. It is the intent. Your vibration is the teacher, and your life in many ways becomes your example. Now, what does it mean to live a life of example? It does not mean to behave, and that is what you were all taught. Behaving is what is well and good. If you are in a public place and you decide to throw your dinner plate across the room, they would be wise to escort you to the door. But the belief in behaving, in many ways, is a belief in acclimating to cultural norms, societal needs of control. If you want to go to work tomorrow wearing a funny hat, you may elect to do that. But that very thought, for most of you, is quite nervous-making. Why would I want to do that? I don't want to be drawing attention to myself as different. I will subjugate my individuality, and I will do what I am expected to do. Behavior, we say, is simply another way that you express yourself. When you have agreements about what is required in certain situations, you may elect to go into agreement. It is a nice thing to bring a gift to a party if you have the funds for the gift. If you don't have the funds for the gift, why should you feel ashamed that you don't bring a present to the birthday? So right now we're Thanksgiving. I think we're 2 weeks away, or not Thanksgiving, Christmas. We're 2 weeks away from Christmas time. And I know a lot of people, myself included, that don't have the money to go and buy a ton of presents. I'm not a huge present giver. My family's not really big into presents. My fiance's family's pretty big into presents, and they all buy presents for each other. And I've showed up before Christmas and didn't have really anything to present as a gift. And one of the nice things I heard another channeler say, that they were saying, I think from Simon, is why not write a letter telling that person how you feel? Why not express from your heart what it is that they mean to you? That is a gift that you can give them. So yeah, who said that you have to show up and feel ashamed that you don't have a gift when that is the thing that's expected when you show up at a birthday party or a Christmas dinner or whatever? I mean, I like bringing a gift if I can, but then the shame of that doesn't feel good. If you don't have it, then you don't have it. But there's many ways to gift people, and it doesn't have to be something where you go out and spend money that you don't necessarily have. So that's my whole motto on that. But thank you, guys, for sharing that. Let me just read that again. I would do what I'm expected to do. Behavior, we say, is simply another way that you express yourself. When you have agreements about what is required in certain situations, you may elect to go into agreement. It is a nice thing to bring a gift to a party if you have the funds for the gift. If you don't have the funds for the gift, why should you feel ashamed that you don't bring a present to the birthday? We will tell you this. As you have acclimated to societal norms, you have given permission to yourselves to deny the richness of your own worth and how you might be expressed outside of the paradigm of good behavior. Good behavior is agreement to a norm. Bad behavior is defying the norm. And those two poles, in their extremes, create a border that you become frightened to cross. Now, when you understand that being in your worth requires you, and we underlined requires you, to be expressed in your fullness, you must keep an eye on what you have been taught and see where you begin to deny your worth to behave, to support behavior that was invested in by others, that you have used to create a frame in limitation. What is a good example, Paul is asking? We will tell you. I would love to be a farmer. My father is a lawyer. I will not be a farmer. I will go to work. I am acclimating to the behavior that is expected of me. I am at a party. I am having a terrible time. I am supposed to be laughing. I am laughing. And I am lying to everyone. You make these choices, you see, in small ways and in large ways. And as you invest in them, they become solid structures that you then exist in. The example that we would like you to be is as the one who is her own free will, who stands in her glory in all her choices and claims her freedom in the face of prescribed behavior. This does not mean you defy it. This means that you know when you are attending to it and when you wish to leave it behind. To be an honest woman, we say, requires that you tell yourself the truth. And if you are not telling yourself the truth, you will not be living a life that is truthful. How do you transform those aspects of yourself that would lie to you, keep you in deceit from your worth, and keep you back where you have known? We are encouraging Paul now, who is saying these things in his own mind. What if I don't know where I deceived the self? What if I am in unconscious behavior? Well, you all are in many ways, and that is why we are teaching you this now. The claim of worth calls all things before you. When you claim your worth and you put your hands in your pocket to pull out what you have claimed, you will see the funds in the pocket, those things that are invested in worth, and you will also see the old, those things that cannot be shared, that are unworthy, that may be fearful to you. When you have an unconscious behavior, it is informing things you do not see. You only see the results of the work of it on that life you live before you. Now, we will ask you this. Are you willing to align to your truth as the one who speaks the truth, expresses the truth, and stands in the truth in all ways? Are you willing to release those aspects of the self that have aligned to deceit and fear in unconscious ways, so that they may be brought forward and seen for that they are, creations born in fear, things that were needed in one time to support you that are no longer in alignment with your truth? If you say, yes, I am willing to stand in my worth, in my truth, as the one who speaks her knowing in honesty, you will be attended to now. Imagine that you are standing on a road and before you is a bus coming toward you. The first thing you wish to do is to step aside and let the bus pass you by. That is avoidance. Now we will tell you this. What you see coming before you is not a bus. It is a lie that you have invested in, that you have invested in power, and that you seek to avoid. Your first impulse is to step aside, deny that it is there, and protect yourself from the impact. Now we would like you to stand in the road and let this thing come before you, this fearful lie that you have claimed and hidden. Let it be seen before you for what it is, a manifestation of consciousness born in lower vibration. We do not wish to shrink it. We do not want you to run in the other direction. We want you to stand there and let it proceed. It's not going to hammer you to the road. It is not going to crush you beneath it. It is going to stop an inch before you so that you may stand and face it. See the creation before you. whatever you have invested in, as a big mass of unconscious junk that has claimed itself as an aspect of you that is seeking to control aspects of your life. Face this thing before you and claim these words. I am now in choice to align. Let me start that again. I am now the one in choice to align to myself as the one claiming power of all aspects of myself. And I give permission to release the need to invest in any behavior, born in deceit, conscious or unconscious, that may wish to claim me. I see myself as the one facing my fear without regard to what could happen, in the knowing that I am safe on this foundation I have built in worth. And as I stand here, I see this thing before me begin to realign to light. I see this thing before me as a frequency and nothing more. I see this thing before me as a creation and nothing more. I understand that the requirement for this thing once was born in my history, but I allow myself now to be liberated from its mask. Everything you know in responsibility to this claim will be released as it is required to. I know who I am, I know what I am, I know how I serve. Now we will let this thing release as it is allowed, as you align to this claim of creation. I am free of this thing before me. I am free of the fear I have projected outward. And as I walk forward on my path, I am no longer aligned to the energy of deceit and deceit of self that I have ascribed power to. Now you look before you on this path and you take your steps in an acknowledgement that you are in truth, and you are in truth, you are in truth. Now freedom, we say, is freedom from fear. And true freedom, we say, is the knowing that you always have a choice. And the choice that we offer you now is to make a claim for yourselves that you may be in your merit, and you may be standing in your knowing as the one who claims the kingdom. The one who claims the kingdom knows she is the one creating in accord with her own higher knowing. The one who claims the kingdom does not see herself as victimized by circumstance. The one who claims the kingdom knows she is a way shower as her vibration emanates and projects and calls others to her in her knowing of who and what she is. The example that you become at this level of frequency is manifested in this plane and on the next. And by the next, we mean in higher frequency. You are existing in the heavens. You are existing on the earth. You know who you are in your infinite self, but you are aligned to the physical world that you live in, so you may support it in this transition. Now, is this so? Of course it is so. But can you know it? Yes, you can know it. We want you to stand someplace today, any place you like, where there are people around you. With Corona, that might be a little hard, but I do it when I go downtown or when I go to the grocery store or when I'm taking my dog out for a walk. Just any place where there's people around you. You can do it. Just go outside. I'm telling you, I've been doing these and these work. I'm telling you, this is why I'm sharing this information. We want you to stand someplace today, any place you like, where there are people around you, where you can see them even from a distance. And we want you to feel your feet on the ground and go into radiance. I am word through my body, word I am word. I am word through my vibration, word I am word. I am word through my knowing of myself as word. I am word through all that I see before me. And feel your emanation expand to all those things in alignment with the truth of who you are. The experience of this and what you call back to you as a response to the experience is what you need to begin to trust what you have chosen. You are the action of the Creator manifested in form. And the word, we have always said, is the energy of the Creator in action. When you tell a lie, you abdicate this aspect of yourself. You misalign it. You are trying to get away with something. When you pretend or you want to be something you are not, you are denying who you are. Now Paul is asking, But isn't it true we have to see ourselves in a perfected state in order to claim that as so? That is absolutely true, but you must understand, you are in a perfect state in higher frequency, and this is what you are aligning to. We do not make you what you are not. We make you what you are. The lie is that you are not this thing and that can be made manifest in your own expression and experience. The lie is that you are not allowed, and the lie has been gifted to you for so very long that you want to call it to you again as a way of knowing yourself. We are making you misbehave. Do you understand this? Well, making is the wrong word, but encouraging is the right one. If the misbehavior is about moving into truth, claiming your worth, and leaving behind the structures that would claim you in smallness, in self-deceit, and in control. The asking we have for you now is to make decisions. How do I know what I am when I don't want to know it? When I want to fight with my girlfriend, when I want to slam the front door, when I want to run away from my life. You must understand, each of you, that you are responsible for all of your creations. The doing of this work, while it reminds you of your choice, does not take away your responsibility. You may still pay your bills, you may still go to work, but as you continue to align your vibration and know who and what you are, your circumstances must change to be in reflection of your vibration. Yeah. One reason why I'm here, and Saint Corona, thank you, Saint Corona. I've called in nature and more time in the trees and just more dancing and more laughter and more playtime, and I've gotten all those things. Every day I recognize that I'm getting all of those things that I'm asking, and I'm gifting myself those things by calling in more things and seeing them and giving gratitude for them. And right now, like I said, I'm in a place that looks like a snow globe. I'm sitting in this beautiful space with a beautiful fireplace, and I'm sharing this information with you guys. I mean, how can it get any better than this? This is something from Inspire Nation, but how does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? There's another one I love too. It says, galore, galore, I have everything I need and more, which is something that Sarah Landon says from the council, that I've just incorporated into my life every day. It seems, I'm just so grateful. I wake up in the morning and write down what I'm grateful for. And as much as I'm grateful for, it just keeps coming to me, and I'm so, so appreciative of everything around me. Everything around me. So we are moving into a new loving space, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. There's a lot of stuff going on, I get it, but there's just so many light workers out there, and there's so many guides for us to turn to on this journey that help us out, and these are some of them. So thank you, guides, for doing that. And like I said, I have almost every page isn't like this, but I have really just delved into these books, and the more I read them, the more information comes to me, and I'm just in awe with it all. So yeah, let me just go back to where I was, if I can find my places. Everything's underlined. Okay, let me just start from here. The asking we have of you is to make decisions. How do I know what I am when I don't want to know it? When I want to fight with my girlfriend, when I want to slam the front door, when I want to run away from my life? You must understand, each of you, that you are responsible for all of your creations. The doing of this work, while it reminds you of your choice, does not take away your responsibility. I still have a shitload of bills to pay. Excuse my language. This is just language that I use sometimes. I still have a ton of bills to pay. I can dwell on money and lack and all that stuff, but I'd just so much rather be in my creation. But I'm still responsible for all my bills. I get that. I'm still responsible for everything I do. If I get in trouble, then that's me. That's getting in trouble. So yeah. The doing of this work, while it reminds you of your choice, does not take away your responsibility. You may still pay your bills, you may still go to work, but as you continue to align your vibration and know who and what you are, your circumstances must change to be in reflection of your vibration. Those of you who think that this is an escape from your responsibility and those things that you have incurred and manifested in lower vibration are thinking the wrong thing. What it means really is that you are required to attend to those aspects of the self that you have projected outward in whatever form they have chosen to be in, and go into recognition of them as creations born in lower frequency. As you are realigned to higher frequency, you may attend to them then. If you got a parking ticket, it just does not go away because you have claimed your authority and wisdom. When you are in your honesty, you attend to your history so you may clear it up, but you do not reinvest in it and the difficulties that were created. You move forward in divine order as the one who is in her worth. So we are telling you this. When you live a life of example, you are hearing yourself as you speak your words. You are listening to others as they speak as well, and you are knowing what your truth is as the words leave your mouth. When you find yourself inclined to mislead another, you must question why. Why am I doing this? What do I need from them that may only be met in deceit? And why do I engage in this behavior? Once you understand that you are doing this because you are afraid, and because you are afraid, you are being asked to reinvest in fear, you will see how you are being misled in deceit, and you can choose the right way, the true way of being in response. As we have said before in our other teachings, there is never a lie that has been spoken that is not said in fear, and that includes the white lies that you excuse as a way of protecting another. We will tell you again that speaking the truth is not a call to harm your fellows, to tell them what you think at the expense of their feelings, to do harm, or to use it to defend a position that you would like to hold. You must know that you are accountable for these creations as well. Now we ask you only this, to be in truth. Now how do you be in truth? Well, guess what? You align to it. You align to the vibration of truth. Paul is seeing an image of a tuning fork, a band that is vibrating before him in the resonance of truth. And he sees this, he regards it, and he goes into recognition of it. He is feeling the frequency begin to work on him to bring it into congruence with his own being. I am in accordance with truth. I am word through this intention. Word, I am word. Will bring you into accordance with truth. When you align to truth, you are in the vibration of truth. And what is not in truth will no longer be with you as you, nor will you need to act upon it. The resonance of the frequency of the truth that you have claimed will become your teacher. I'm going to read that affirmation again, just in case you didn't catch it the first time. I am in accordance with truth. I am word through this intention. Word, I am word. You know, the whole too much information. Some people could say that I'm giving too much information. I think it's just as much as I give. No wrong, no right. And I can share whatever it is I share. You know, I think the main thing with where I'm at in my life right now is just not holding that energy of shame. Setting the intentions on releasing judgments that I hold towards myself or can hold towards others, and just letting all that go. Fear is another thing that I'm stepping through, which is this whole channel. It's Abundant Possibilities. It's going through fear. Fear of, I didn't put makeup on to do this video. Who cares? Who cares? I'm a light being. I don't need makeup, and I love to put makeup on and look pretty, and it makes me feel happy when I do it, and that's my prerogative. And when I don't do it, that's my prerogative too. But yeah, it's getting aligned to this vibration, just speaking truth and not lying for the sake of, for the sake of others, not trying to hurt them in some kind of way, but just speaking the truth. And tonight I told my fiance that I really would like some alone time. So he gave me that alone time, and I spoke my truth, and I felt great, and I didn't go back and kind of sit in this mood of like, I wanted alone time and I didn't get it. Like, I spoke my truth, and now I'm reading for you guys in front of a fireplace in a snow globe. How amazing. How does it get any better than this? So, yeah. We will ask you one thing. What would it feel like for one day to know that you were telling the truth to all you encountered? We would like you to have this experiment today. And the first thing that you will notice is how often you do not. When you are asked how you are, you lie. When you are told something and somebody wants something from you, and you seek to deflect the responsibility of it, you find a way to dismiss the request. Just for this day, claim only the truth and recognize that by doing so, you are claiming power on the foundation that you are standing on now. I am speaking truth. I am in alignment with truth, and I claim myself as the one who chooses to be manifest in this way. I am word through this intention. Word, I am word. We will stop in a moment, but we have one more thing to tell you. When you have told the truth, you are in humility. You are not in your arrogance, and there is a difference here. You do not go out and tell the world what you think of them. That would be an act of arrogance. What you think of the world is your opinion, but to be in your truth, in your true way, is a humble state. You are aligning to truth as an aspect of the Creator that you are expressing through. The real truth that you know does not boast, does not sing its own praises, nor does it intend to inflict damage. It may break down a system that was corrupt and systematized through the controlling of others. It may decide to call something forward that may be witnessed in a new way, but the intention of fear, to pretend to know what the truth is something you must be watchful for. To be the one who tells another who she is in a way that would control her is your ego. And that is the truth. It is not your worth, your divine self in its expression. We understand that this is a day for many of you to have an experience of some uncomfortability. And we would only remind you that claiming that you are the one in truth in all of your encounters is a way of claiming your freedom from the bondage of good behavior. It is also a way of claiming your willingness to recognize all aspects of yourself as worthy of love. We will continue soon. We thank you for your presence, and good night. Stop now, please. Yay. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you out there. I just had a conversation with my girlfriend, Celeste, who I hadn't spoken to in a couple years. And I've thought about her frequently. She reached out to me. She got my number. We kind of lost each other's information and lost each other's numbers. And it was so great getting in touch with her and catching up and finding out how she's doing and yeah, just reconnecting with somebody. So I know with St. Corona, it's such a great time to reach out to those loved ones that you haven't spoken to for a while. If there was any animosity or anything else like that, then it's a good time to work on releasing that. With Celeste, there wasn't. It was just so great to catch up with her. So she also told me that she watches my videos, and it's led her to find other channelers out there and like expand this whole thing for her, this whole life experience. So that was just such a blessing to hear. I love you. Thank you, anybody that is listening. I never know who it is. In this case, it was my dear friend Celeste. So thank you, Celeste, for getting a hold of me, for watching the videos. Thank you, anybody else that's watched these videos. I'm on a journey. I don't have all the answers. I am so glad I'm getting guided by so many amazing archangels and guides, and just seeing the beauty in everything and the blessing in so many things. I'm so, the words, I don't even know the words that can express it. I'm just so grateful. And yeah, I love you all. I know who you are. I know what you are. I know how you serve. Thank you, thank you, thank you. for tuning in. I started a new podcast with my fiance, so check that out. It's called Love and Ascension. I'm so excited about it. I've wanted to work with him for such a long time doing this, and we're just going to get into a lot of stuff. So it's on Spotify, it's on Apple, it's on all that stuff. But Love and Ascension, check it out. Subscribe, because I just really want to expand this whole thing and just see all the possibilities. There's abundant possibilities. So thank you for joining me on this beautiful adventure of ours. And until I see you again, stay well, be loving, be loved. Just all the things. I'm just going to wrap my arms around you and just give you a big hug. I love you all. Thank you so much. We are in this together. Believe it or not, turn to those around you, go out to a public place, ground, and I am word through my body, word I am word. I am word through my vibration, word I am word. I am word through all that I see before me, word I am word. Just expand your Merkaba, expand it out. I love you guys. Okay, until next time, abundant possibilities. Have a good night.